Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
Should I get it?
I don't want to get it now.
I don't know.
It's got a good score, but
Is it
worth it?
Hello everyone, my name is Rox and thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It? And today I'm going to review Dark Souls. Now I'm going to tell you if the game is really worth your time and money. For those of you who have played it, well, let's just enjoy its awesomeness. For those of you who haven't, let me tell you all about it. Now, please support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, liking the video, and also sharing it. Also, if I missed anything, go ahead and leave me a comment or let me know anything you think about the video. But having said all that, let's get started. Dark Souls was introduced to me by a friend who kept nagging me to try the game, and I played the game almost 2 years after it was released. Now, I heard about the infamously difficulty, so I had to prepare myself to be mad and aggravated with the game, but I didn't expect me to like the game as much as I did. For some reason, I thought I was going to play it, hate it, and quit it, mostly because at the time, I was still into my Skyrim game, and nothing was better than Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim was awesome.
Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
I have to be honest, the introduction made very little sense to me. Something about the light and the dark, about the time of man or human and blah 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 blah. I didn't understand it immediately, but it didn't matter. When the game finally started, I was a zombie, or a hollow as the game says. What's interesting about Dark Souls is that unlike the other games that have narratives telling you what to do and they basically hold you by the hand and escort you through the tutorial, Dark Souls, you don't do that. They just kind of open up the gates for you and you're basically venturing out and learning things on your own. Now there are things where markings on the ground where you can read them and they tell you what you need to do, what commands do what, but for the most part you're pretty much left alone and you got to figure things out by yourself. And the game pretty much is laid out like a trial and error sort of thing. Like if one thing doesn't work, then try something else. The controls took me a little while to get used to. There is a learning curve to them, and I almost quit on the game, especially because I found them a little too frustrating, especially when I was trying to block and parry, and I kept constantly being hit by the enemy. But if you power through, once you get used to the controls, the game becomes a lot easier for you. So I would say that if you're going to try out this game, just hang in there, and eventually you'll be able to block and parry like a pro. I would describe Dark Souls like Castlevania meets Ghosts and Goblins. It's like a maze. It's not like a complete open world, although you do have your choice of what path you want to take, but some paths may have dead ends. Other paths may have a difficulty on the enemy. They may be a little bit too strong for you, and eventually you'll find the one that's just right where the enemy you can actually deal with them, and that's the path you basically take. But you eventually find these intersections throughout the entire world, and when you can't deal with a certain area, well then you try a different one, and eventually you'll be strong enough to coming back and deal with the ones that you couldn't deal with before. When you start the game, you are made to create the character and archetype you want to play. The facial customization is okay, but not the best, and honestly, once you're in the game, more than likely you'll be wearing a helmet, so you'll hardly see his or her face. You can start off with a certain archetype at the very start, but during the gameplay you can add points to attributes to customize and grow your character to your liking. One honorable mention I like to make on this game is the creature design, or demons in the game. They look really awesome, and as a statue collector, to maybe own some of these would be really nice to have on display. One of my favorites is Quelaag, half spider, half woman. I'm afraid of spiders, but damn, she looks good. Let me be clear, this game is difficult, but it isn't impossible. I picked up this game because I wanted to take the challenge of playing the quote-unquote hardest game ever, and I enjoyed the quest of defeating every boss in this game. At times I did need help, and this game does have a co-op mode, but it's not like somebody can actually join your game and then help you out through the entire quest. No, the co-op mode in this game is actually quite unique. The way it works is through these default messages that you can lay down on the ground, and if somebody happens to read that message, they'll lay down this summon signs, and that summon signs will appear in your game, and by activating that summon sign, it'll bring that player into your game. And now that person can help you out clear out the entire area, and in fact also defeat the boss of that area. But once that boss is defeated, that second person gets returned back to their own world or their own game, and you're left alone again. But this process can be repeated to every area in the game. But like I said, it is limited. It's not like they stay with you through the entire campaign. This game also has PvP, where somebody can actually invade your game, or you can invade somebody else and challenge each other to a fight to see who has a stronger character. Souls are needed to buy items, weapons, and armor and upgrade them and enchant them. It's basically needed for everything, and you acquire them by defeating enemies and bosses, or by defeating somebody who you invaded. They can also be lost just as easy. If you die, you drop every soul you carry with you, but you can still return to the last place you died and pick them up. But if you die again before you reaching that area and picking up those last souls, all those souls are lost forever, and all that hard work that you put into getting them are gone. If you kindle bonfires, which are checkpoints in the game, they also help you anchor your progression if you die, and also replenish your health flask, and also remove any poisons or abnormalities you may have. So bonfires are good. But be wary that if you clear an area and you sit at a bonfire, all the enemy you cleared before to get there will be respawned again, and you'll have to fight them all over again. The only time you really have a difficult time with the game is when you fight key bosses, because they are and can be frustratingly hard to defeat, especially on your first encounter. Enough times fighting each boss and you begin to pick up a rhythm or a method of fighting each individual style, and eventually with a calm and straight head, or even luck, you can take down a giant on your own. But make no mistake, you will die a lot. This game will make you rage quit. One of my favorite things about Dark Souls is that feeling of adrenaline when you just about to take the boss down. He's got a little bit of life left, and you do whatever you can just to try to take him down, because one more slash is going to take this bastard down. And if you do, this overwhelming feeling of triumph and relief, of this excitement, you trying to calm down after such a hectic battle, it's one of the best rewards and feelings that Dark Souls gives you that is pretty much absent in a lot of other games. But in this game, once you do go through that, it's a feeling that you just want to keep repeating, and thankfully there are many situations within Dark Souls that make it happen. Originally, I had given Dark Souls a $20 price tag because I thought it was a fair price, but I was wrong. After a comment from a buddy of mine, he made me realize that the price tag was too low for what the game is actually worth, and most importantly, how much gameplay I got out of it. So I came back and re-edited my price. Dark Souls is actually worth $59.99, a $60 price tag. But at the time that I picked it up, it was 2 years after its launch, so I got it at $20, which was a great deal. So when I made my suggestion originally, my mind came back to the price deal, and that is where I made my mistake. But the game does deserve its value of $59.99. However, this game may still not be worthy of some casual gamers, so your discretion is advised. I, for one, took the $20 challenge, and am glad I took it, and would have been satisfied just as much if I picked it up at $60 too. So, there you go. I I want to say thanks again, you guys, for supporting the channel. You guys sharing the video has brought me a lot of positive comments, and it has encouraged me to do more reviews. And for those of you who are new, subscribe. You guys will get to see some really wonderful stuff that I like putting out there. I'm just new to this whole new reviewing thing, but I'm really liking it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. In the comments below, you guys, let me know what was your favorite triumphant moment in the game. For me, I think it was the first time I defeated the tourist demon, and even though he's an easy character for me to beat now, the very first time I encountered him, I could not defeat this fucker. And finally, when I finally defeated him, I just got this, like I said, this incredible feeling of excitement and adrenaline all at the same time. It was so much fun. But that was mine. Again, you guys, thank you so much for giving me your time, and I'll see you guys in another review. Hello everyone, Rox here with a message that I want your support for this channel. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers by 2015, and we can do this by sharing my reviews, rants, and commentaries on every social media on the web. All you need to do is share, like, comment, and make sure to subscribe. It's free, fast, and easy. You guys, sincerely, in advance, I want to say thank you for your support and encouragement to keep coming back, because you never know when I'll be putting something else up that you might like. Again, you guys, don't forget to share the video and subscribe. My name is Rox, and I'll see you guys next time.